You're just the wallflower who fades into the background. My cousin, Tessa Vaughn, sneered, her voice cutting through the smoky haze of our family's 4th of July cookout. She clutched a frosted beer mug I'd given her for her last birthday, the craft IPA inside glinting under the string lights. I'm Elise Morrow, 39, a Navy fighter pilot who carved a career from grit and precision. My life is high-stakes missions and split-second decisions. This beachside cottage, my retreat, was meant for a rare evening of peace, sinking into a wicker chair, sipping iced tea, the ocean's murmur in the background. Pure escape. But as I pulled into the gravel drive, 2 vehicles sat in my reserved spot. Tessa's blue Jeep, which I'd co-signed, and a weathered RV I didn't recognize. A flicker of unease hit me. I'd shared the gate pin for emergencies, not uninvited gatherings. The screen door creaked open. Inside, pop music blared, kids shrieked, and the scent of charred burgers clashed with sunscreen. Tessa, her boyfriend Caleb, and 4 strangers, his buddies, I guessed, sprawled across my deck like they'd claimed it. The picnic table was a mess of burger wrappers and half-empty soda cans. Worst of all, my framed medal from a classified mission, a nod to my late commander, was pushed aside for a tacky flag banner with Caleb's initials. The air felt heavy, lived in, like they'd been here for days. Caleb, lounging in my hammock, spotted me. The music cut off. His friend, a guy with a faded tattoo, stood awkwardly. Elise, you're back from your training early? Caleb said, you lent us the cottage for the 4th. I blinked. Training? Tessa swaggered from the cooler, mug in hand, her eyes sharp. That's when she threw her insult, her breath tangy with fear. Caleb's friends flinched. Tessa, that's harsh. Elise let us use her place. It clicked. Tessa and Caleb had lied, claiming I'd offer my cottage while I was away. I kept my voice steady. I didn't lend anything. This is my home. Caleb's friend, a wiry woman, turned to him. What's going on? Caleb froze, mute. Tessa, bold, grabbed her phone. I'll call the police and say you're crashing our party. The air tightened, suspense thick. 20 minutes later, blue and red lights flashed across the sand. 2 officers stepped onto the deck, eyeing the chaos. What's the issue? One asked. Tessa jabbed a finger at me. She's an intruder, ruining our holiday. I countered, calm. I'm Elise Morrow, and this is my cottage. They're here without permission. From my duffel, I pulled the deed, tax records, and ID. Tessa yelled, those are fakes. The officer scanned them under his flashlight, unfazed. These check out. Ms. Morrow owns this property. You're trespassing under Florida law. Caleb's friend slumped, muttering apologies. Tessa and Caleb misled us. I nodded, accepting the regret, but my tone was firm. You've invaded my sanctuary and insulted me in my own home. You're leaving. Tessa screamed, we're family. This is our space. The officer shook his head. Family doesn't excuse trespassing. Ms. Morrow, do you want them out? Tessa's eyes blazed with fury. I recalled my commander's dying words. Guide Tessa. She's reckless. I'd honored it, funding her condo, her Jeep, her whims. No more. Yes, remove them, I said. As they packed, I opened my banking app, speaking clearly. Tessa, the condo you live in? I own it. Market rates, $2,800 a month, but I charged you utilities only. That's done. A digital chime sealed the lease cancellation. Tessa dropped a bottle opener, her face ashen. To Caleb's friends, I said, the apartment you're in? I secured it, no fees, as your guarantor. That's over. Another chime. And the Jeep? I paid the loan for your errands. It's repossessed tomorrow. Caleb stammered, silent. Tessa's bravado shattered into panic. The officers herded them into the night. Tessa's final glare, a mix of rage and desperation, met my steady gaze. The screen door slammed, and silence reclaimed my cottage. Alone, I sank into a chair, the ocean's rhythm soothing. Tessa's mug sat abandoned, its beer residue a bitter echo of our fractured bond. I'd supported her since our commander's death, covering her rent when she chased travel vlogger dreams. Caleb, a failed mechanic, enabled her excess. My generosity, meant to honor a promise, bred entitlement. Days later, my property manager called. Tessa and Caleb missed rent. No contact. I said, enforce the lease. Evict them. The Jeep was towed as promised. One night, Tessa called, voice trembling. You've destroyed us. Caleb's leaving me. His friends hate me. Help, please. I replied, you're 33, Tessa. Face your choices. A muffled shout, Caleb's voice, accusing her of squandering everything, ended in a crash. The call cut off. I set my phone down, unmoved. Weeks later, as summer faded, Tessa called again, begging. I'm sorry, Elise. We're cousins. One more chance. I watched the waves crash. Next time you're in trouble, call the cops. Maybe they'll buy your story. I blocked her number. My cottage was mine again, no parasites, just peace, earned through resolve.